All right, Gunnar, 289 yards for you in the air, 4 touchdowns, 3 of those going to Lawson Lucky. How was that connection so strong?
Yeah, it was awesome. This is a great feeling. It's fun when all your hard work pays off, and this is a great environment like this. It was just pretty neat, pretty special moment.
Describe for me how this offensive performance can help boost your confidence moving forward.
Yeah, I think a great game, and just the plays, having banked reps in those moments can definitely boost your confidence.
Gunnar, I can only think of one game recently. I guess with the Oregon game, you only had to punt one time, scored it every time. Today you score every possession you guys have. Has it ever been that easy in practice to get done what y'all did today?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that easy, but we definitely executed really well today. So,
what area do y'all think y'all could come in this game and be successful against Ole Miss's defense?
I think if we just executed and did our stuff, we could do really well. And but they were a really great defense, and it was hard to prepare for them.
What was the difference in the fourth quarter for you guys? Able to kind of create some separation in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, our defense, they're battling all night, and they got to stop. And our offense, we just never quit, and it was a great game.
What's it like playing in those games when it's back and forth and you have to score every single time? Is that pressure or is that fun?
No, I mean, it's pretty fun being in a shootout, and but with our great defense, we always knew that they were going to get a stop, so and they did, and it was awesome.
Why is this team so good at making second half adjustments?
I think you can credit to Coach Smart and the whole coaching staff, and then it trickles down. They do a good job of explaining it to us, so you can give credit to them.
Gunnar, this one was a thriller, and it was really just out-dueling each other until the very end. How would you describe this one, how this one played out?
Yeah, we wanted to score every possession, and because our defense was having a hard job stopping them, and but it was definitely at one end that'll go down the memory as a great game.
What layer did the atmosphere play in this win?
Oh, it was awesome. They did something with like the white and black. I didn't know what they were doing there, but it was pretty cool, and it was pretty loud, and it was just a moment you always dream of.
Gunnar, you guys have had a few drives this year, like late in the game, to get the ball at the 10-yard line. You're able to kind of ground out the clock, either ground out the clock or get a score. Kind of explain the mindset as a player when you get in those situations and what it takes to be successful.
Yeah, and that you just got to be able to run the ball, and I mean they know you're running it to try to get the clock out, and our line did a great job of being physical, and it's kind of those situations you got to be more physical.
And when Colby went down early, how did the other receivers kind of step up and pick things up once he left the ball game?
Yeah, I'd hate to see that. Colby's a great guy, and I hope he'll be all right. And I just hate to see that, but yeah, everybody just kind of stepped up and said next man up.
What does it mean for this offense being able to kind of put the team on your back when the defense is kind of struggling, and then they're able to step up like they did in the second half?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a great feeling. I felt like everything we called and did was successful, and it's always a great feeling. So.
What's special about Lawson Lucky?
Yeah, he's awesome. Just the work he puts into it and the passion he has for this team is awesome.
When you were sitting in the meeting room, could you see it could be a big day for the tight ends, or did it just play out that way?
Yeah, it just kind of played out. Everybody was kind of, it wasn't just one person. But they definitely brought it, and it was a great game.
What was it like to have the offense clicking like it was even after you lost maybe your top receiver early in the game?
Yeah, you always want to never punt, and I feel like we were executing pretty well today, and it was just kind of it was a great game.
Gunnar, outside of pure execution and watching the tape, what do you feel like you and this offense do well?
I felt like we play hard. We were never out of it, and we got a bunch of playmakers to get the balls to, and so and they do a great job of just getting what they can get and making a play.
How about that throw to Dylan? What did you see on that? His catch. Describe that play for me. Dylan Bell.
Yeah, it was a little double move. He made a great move and a great catch. The guy, I thought they were going to call a flag on him, but he made a great catch, and it was amazing.
What was that connection like to go for it on fourth down there late? Or when y'all talked about it, was there an indication that y'all would think about, or that Kirby was going to go for it, or was it kicked the whole time?
I don't know. That's Coach Smart.
What was that connection like with Lawson Lucky tonight? Why was the connection so strong?
Yeah, it was a great night. He works like crazy, and I'm glad it paid off for him, and he's a great guy.
What's it like being in a game like this as an offense, kind of a shootout, maybe the first offense to blink kind of loses, and it kind of happened to be Ole Miss tonight?
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't have to punt. It's pretty special when it's like that.
What was Brett doing all night?
I'm glad he was doing nothing. So
He was just chilling out. Did he say anything to y'all or anything?
No.
Kind of, there's questions about what does Georgia have a quarterback this season? You guys just beat the number 5 team in the nation. You just talked about the punter not having to kick it all. I mean, how do you feel about you stepping up in a stage like this?
Honestly, just gotta get ready for next week. You know,
No, you don't get the bye week.
gotta get ready to practice. So just get better and enjoy it, but just gotta get better and get ready.
In what ways do you think you've gotten better this season as it's gone along and you've gotten more experience?
I felt like I've been able to cut it loose a little bit, not worry about what could happen, and just playing quarterback and having fun.
Do you feel like this is the most rhythm you've had as a quarterback in a single game so far this season?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Not being able to punt is definitely a lot of rhythm. So I enjoyed it, and it was fun.
At any point, are you saying anything to your defensive players, your teammates about just get that one stop and we'll take care of the rest?
Yeah, that was a good part about our defense. They never quit, and I felt like on the sideline they never had their head down or had bad body language, and they did a great job fighting, and I love every one of them.
Could you feel the momentum switch in the, I guess it was early mid-fourth quarter? Could you feel it on the sideline, or just generally speaking, could you feel the stadium going against Ole Miss in a way that it hadn't before?
Yeah, they got a little louder, and it's always a good feeling when you keep that, so it was pretty special.
How big was Lawson tonight?
Yeah, he did a great job. Lawson's a great guy, and I'm glad his work paid off for him.
A lot of explosive chunk plays in this one. Where do you feel like you are as a deep passer?
I felt like I threw it pretty well today. There's only a couple that I probably put it at risk a little bit, but I felt like I threw it pretty well today.
Do you remember what those 2 plays were?
It was one to Noah, and that was about it. I didn't throw a pick, so it was all right.
You think it was only a matter of time before the defense stepped up?
Yeah, our defense never quits, so that's the special part, and they have a special group, and it's fun when they're on our side.
You feel like you're seeing the field better? Like even, I think there was a run on maybe 2nd and long where you reversed course and went to the other side. Like, you feel like you're kind of seeing the field better now?
Probably so. I just enjoying it, playing football and having fun, playing with my guys. So.
You got one more if you got one more.